two teams. The Ramblers lead the series 11-8, 9-3 here in Rogers Park in those matchups. They have won 8 of the last 10, but Penn State have taken 2 of the last 3. Teams getting their lineup set here in the opening going.
For those not used to men's volleyball, you're in for a treat. Again, you're seeing 2 of the premier programs in men's volleyball playing here, and to have this kind of volleyball here on the north side of Chicago is awesome.
Preseason number 12 hosting preseason number 8. One storyline that we'll get into as the night goes on. In the starting lineup for Penn State is their lone transfer this year, and he's formerly of the Ramblers. That's redshirt sophomore Miller Truby, opposite side hitter out of Dallas, Texas. Number 20, standing nearly 7 feet tall. I'm sure, Ray, he's excited to try to have a big game here tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. And you know, it's in all sports right now if you follow college sports where players are going from school to school, you know, location to location, but it's really just about opportunities. And for Truby to get an opportunity to play for the Nittany Lions is good for him. And the Ramblers continue with their group right now to show how much they've improved from last year, especially with the change in coach.
The first serve of the night will come from reigning AVCA National Freshman of the Year, Daniel Fabakovic, the sophomore from Breklov, Czechia. And we're underway here for Loyola Volleyball in 2025, which begins with a service error and a point to Penn State.
So both teams will really focus on trying to be aggressive tonight. So you might see a pretty high error match from the serving line, from the attacking line. Both coaches were really looking for their players to become more aggressive. They can do it in January. They'll be much better come April and May.
Here is Miller Truby, and his first serve is also long as both teams are getting the opening night jitters out of the way. Here is Nicodemus Deem Meyer, the senior from Franklin, Wisconsin. All-America honorable mention last year. 2-time all-conference player. Led the team in blocks last year. 12 solo, 97 block assists. Schwob with the set from the back row. The swing by Loyola. Deem Meyer went diving to the floor, but it's a point for the Nittany Lions. Loyola on the attack there, the redshirt sophomore out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Good first contact for the Nittany Lions to run the back row attack, the BIC. You'll see action from the front row, from the hitters, and also from the back row.
This is Will Coons, the redshirt senior from Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Men's volleyball's Elite 90 winner back in 2013 for the highest grade point average in the NCAA tournament. And the first kill of the season goes to a not so familiar face, Ray, for Loyola Volleyball. That's number 21, the junior Brad Bell, who gets the start tonight in the vacant middle position in this Loyola lineup from last year.
Coach Davis talked about Bell having a really good fall, doing a really good job offensively. You see a nice set there from McElligott to score.
Here is Parker Van Buren. The gym quiets itself for their star player. And that's just back over by Truby. Sawa, McElligott from the back row. Great dig there in the back row from Penn State. Free ball, though, for the Ramblers. Dug out there by Merck. Long run for Loyola and over by Truby. Sawa. McElligott, far side. Reed off the block. Another dig for Merck. Loyola off the block, Fabakovic. McElligott, near side Van Buren for his first kill of the season.
Nice rally from both teams here to start this match. McElligott, if you've seen him before, he's been pretty offensive. You see a lot of balls over on 2. This time he's done a nice job of holding the block and setting, that time setting the back row ball back over his head to Van Buren to score.
McElligott last year for a period of the season did earn the starting job for a stretch of about 10 games. But the fifth-year senior Dan Mangun retained the job for the home stretch. Truby, that's just wide.
You would expect the Ramblers to have pretty good information on Truby.
Miller, 6'11". Academic All-MEVA last year. One of several Academic All-Conference honorees for the Ramblers in 2024. Another serve here for Van Buren. 24 aces, 90 errors from the service line last year. He's going to take big swings. From the far side, it's Truby, and he missed again. Surprisingly off-calibrated, the big man, despite his familiarity with this gym.
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing for hitters is you want to try to challenge the block. We talked with Coach Pavic earlier about being able to go up there and challenge the block, not just trying to hit, you know, an edge or chisel, things along those lines. And so you've seen 2 swings from Truby now, both go wide, cross court and also line.
5-2 Ramblers, another serve for Van Buren. Merck, Schwob, near side Loyola off the block for the kill.
And that's a good challenge for Penn State off the block to score.
Loyola, a guy who's going to be asked to play a much bigger role this season, played just 19 sets last year, Ray, and registered just 1 kill, starting as one of the opposite side hitters for the Nittany Lions tonight. At the service line, this is Owen Rose, the main man of the returners for Penn State. Reed right to the net. Great job by McElligott to play defense. Truby in the net. And it won't show up there on the stat sheet as much, Ray, but you talk about Ryan McElligott being a great offensive setter. He's a pretty good defensive one as well.
Yeah, McElligott's athletic ability is really, really impressive. And again, you'll see him turn on 2 to score, but that time defending the overpass against Schwob.
This is Jake Reed, the sophomore from Newport Beach, California. And that serve is long. Ramblers averaged 4 missed serves a set last season. Not a hugely concerning number, but one they'll be wanting to work on here in Shane Davis's return to the program. And here is the player we focused on in the open, Michael Schwob, the sophomore setter from Annapolis. Made 18 starts last year. McElligott all the way over, Fabakovic off the block.
You'd never think that 2 sophomores would have a lot of experience for a team, but both Reed and Fabakovic playing virtually every single play of 2024, doing a real nice job starting off in 2025.
Fabakovic, who really established himself early as a defensive presence, getting so many digs. Crowd want a lift, it's not gonna matter. Dean Meyer gets his first kill of the night. Led the MIVA in blocks per set last year, was 6th in the nation, and Penn State take a timeout here, down 4 in this first set. We'll go to break here from Chicago. You're watching Ramblers Men's Volleyball here on Marquee Sports Network. Of Loyola University Chicago, hope everyone is staying warm and staying safe in the first big snow of the winter season here in Metro Chicago. Out of that Penn State timeout, the Ramblers lead by 4. Alex Campbell, Ray Gooden with you here on Marquee this evening. Thanks for joining us. Loyola off the scoreboard from Bell, and a first reminder of the season that the video board is very much in play.
Yes, indeed. Great job by Bell. Taking the swing down the line. Just unfortunately hit the really nice and cool ribbon up top here in Gentile Arena.
Another serve here for Loyola. 2 aces, 5 airs from the service line last season. McElligott over for Fabakovic off the block, but out of play. Point Ramblers.
It's January, but I know in talking to Coach Davis, his goal is to have the offense, especially on the pins, run a little faster, and especially on the back row attack, the big to run even faster. So you'll start to see it little by little, probably not as much tonight, but they're trying to have more tempo on the pins.
That serve by McElligott is long. The 3rd service error so far by the Ramblers. Still leading by 3 here in the first set. This is Gage Gabriel, true freshman from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, and Exeter High School. And he begins his college career with a serve that's long by a good 10 feet.
It's aggressive.
Well, if you think there's new season jitters for the experienced guys, can't imagine a guy playing in his first Division I college volleyball match.
Especially on the road, you know, with a nice crowd. Here to see good volleyball.
Fabakovic back up serving. Loyola right to the net, and that's well placed in the end by Owen Rose. His first kill of the night, had 185 of them last year and hit at a 418 clip to lead the Nittany Lions.
Rose has pretty good height. That time, good toss from Schwob. Play the block over D. Meyer, which you don't usually say very often.
Rose, a 2-time honorable mention All-American. Big serve there from Truby. McElligott, Reed's just got to throw that over, battled for the net, and that is what Dean Meyer gives you. Mop-up duty for 17 in white for the point.
You know that Dean Meyer's been known for being a really good blocker for the Ramblers. He's worked really hard on his offensive game, his arm swing, just the mechanics to be a much more complete volleyball player.
Meyer, 2-time second-team All-Conference. And what a great leading set there from Schwob, and easy work there for Rose for another kill.
Again, more action for the Nittany Lions out of the quick. So if any team setting more quick, that means the passing's becoming more and more solid and more consistent.
Rowe's first team EVA, both of his previous seasons. The serve up coming here for Will Coons. Reed, McElligott from the back row, Fabakovic.
See that back row attack, that bit a lot quicker, or quicker as they're working on it right now. That's also the location of the quick. It's in a spot where there ends up being a gap between the two blockers.
Let's take another look. Right down the gut there went Fabakovic. No chance for Coons. Parker Van Buren to serve. Long run, it's an ace for PVB. His first of the new year.
So right now, that's the first ace you've seen from Parker Van Buren, but he's also continued his serving run. Done a really good job with number of serves so far for Loyola.
Van Buren for his career, over 1,200 kills, hits .347. And that was service ace number 89. Make it 90.
And another really strong serve from Van Buren. Again, talk about in the opening about, what else can he do to improve his game, to play at a national level, international level. Definitely has worked on his serving to be more consistent and more aggressive.
Yeah, a reduction in service errors is really the thing that stands out, is really the only part of his game that could get a whole lot better. Hoping for a dig there, he's got it. For Reed, the rejection. Schwob and Rose put up a wall and set it right back in the face of Jake Reed. Point Nittany Lions.
Positive play for Penn State, but also something positive to see from Loyola. Loyola trying to be aggressive in an out-of-system situation.
1v3 there. That was always going to be a big ask for Jake Reed. Long run up here on the serve for Rose. Sawa, McElligott, near side, Van Buren through the block.
Real good rhythm that time for the Ramblers. Sawa with a great first contact.
Parker with his second kill on 2 attacks. Here is Jake Reed to serve. Led the team in aces last year. Merck, near side. It's unblocked for the Ramblers this time. Brad Bell leading the way. McElligott was there as well. And Bell trying to establish himself in this starting lineup for the Ramblers as Penn State take their second time out of the opening set, down by 7.
Yeah, it's nice to see Bell come in with the energy. Again, he's a better individual and human, wonderful person. Always great to talk to him, always great to see him, always a great ambassador for the game.
Out of the timeout, it'll be another serve for Reed. Another strong serve, not another ace, as Truby sends it looping off the scoreboard. Not much else the former Rambler could have done with that.
For those who don't know, the difference between the two venues, between where the Ramblers play here at home and for Penn State where they play at home, it's just significantly different.
That serve is in the net. Penn State pick up the point to go back down 7, and they're in need of a serving run now from Schwob.
That's the Ramblers, only their third ace. Their third error, but doing a really good job staying consistent with number of serves here in this first set.
Right at the net, McElligott does well again. Great awareness of where that pass went. And Ryan McElligott shows off his jumps and shows off his blocking / attacking skills as well.
All the players know that handling first contact, they want to do their best to make a good first contact for their setter, but they also can feel confident that McElligott can handle balls that are tight and in situations like that. As we see Ramblers go their special teams and Anderson.
Lucas Anderson, sophomore from Manhattan Beach, California. Merck setting to Schwob. Bit of miscommunication, and Truby sent it over. McElligott leaping. Van Buren off the block. Merck. Schwob from the back row and off the block. It's Will Coons for the kill.
Anderson's done a nice job for the Ramblers in the past, coming in as a serving sub. And the whole goal for specialists is to be able to play 2 points in a row. So if you come in as a serving sub, you want to serve twice. If you're a blocking sub, you want to stay in there for two opportunities as well.
Matthew Loyola to the service line. Sawa. McElligott. Quick set for Dean Meyer, who had that right shoulder all loaded up and slams that to the floor for a kill. That's his third tonight on 3 attacks.
Again, David's been working on his arm a lot, try to have a faster arm swing, become more aggressive. Again, you can see from that height, it's really hard to stop.
Schwob back setting for Truby. Perfect placement by Miller Truby for the kill.
That's his first kill here in this set.
After 3 airs on his first 4 swings.
Right. That time challenged the block a little bit more, took the ball inside the court, cross court to score.
Can Penn State get within 7? They've kind of been stuck here. Gabriel serving. Reed. McElligott. Back this side, Fabakovic off the block. McElligott. Sawa setting. Van Buren on the left side this time, mishandled by Penn State. Loyola will gladly take that point.
One of the intangibles you might not have seen in that rally is Fabakovic saw the set die a little bit inside, took it high off the block so the team can recycle, ended up then with a nice positive set out to Van Buren to score the ball off the block to score.
Fabakovic up for his 3rd serving opportunity of the evening. Almost an ace, kept just off the floor, and Van Buren says thank you very much and takes his 4th kill.
I'll tell you, the physical presence of the Ramblers and certain rotations is pretty amazing. You've got Meyer, Van Buren next to Meyer. Sometimes Bell comes in, so you sub out, what, 6'11" for 6'10"?
That serve skims the net. Long run for Schwob. Truby. The dig by Fabakovic. And then McElligott, nothing much he could have done with that one. Well played by Penn State, who get the serve back.
We've got another positive swing from Truby, taking that ball high over the block to score, using his physical presence.
Here is Truby, who Coach Pavlik told us he wants to be more of a monster at his almost 7-foot frame. McElligott setting for Van Buren, took a little bit off. Sawa, Parker again off the block, and well done by Penn State, led there by Will Coons on the defense.
One of the first times we've seen Penn State win one in transition after a good long rally.
Take another look here. Sawa had to retreat, and then 17 in blue with the denial, and another serve for Miller Truby. Sawa. McElligott, far side, Reed had to reach back a bit. Got the kill anyway. Jake Reed picks up his first kill of 2025 as subbing in for the first time is Jackson Reed, making his Loyola debut, grad transfer from USC, native of San Diego, California.
We can't really say Reed to Reed. We can't say J. Reed, really, for both of them. But
can't do J.A.
right.
Dots as an abbreviation on the jersey either. Near side, off the block. Point Nittany Lions on the attack by Coons. That's now 3 kills for him, tied for the team lead. And out comes Jackson. As back in goes the libero, J.J. Sawa, junior out of Orange, California. Coons on the serve, in the net.
I think the biggest thing we've seen so far in this first set is a serving run from Van Buren led to the stretch of points for the Ramblers. Outside of that, teams have been fairly even. Ramblers attacking at a pretty high clip right now. 13 kills, hitting 500.
Van Buren with eyes on finishing off this first set. Merck. From the back row, not so fast, says Coons again. He is really coming alive, Ray, down the stretch of this first set.
Nice rhythm set by Schwob on the Bick. Found a swing at that time on a one-on-one block against Bell to score.
Penn State still down 7 here. Owen Rose to serve. Rose 2 kills, 2 blocks tonight. Reed, McElligott, back row, Fabakovic. And that'll set up set point for the Ramblers.
Ramblers have done a nice job attacking out of the back row so far. Fabakovic with a couple swings, along with Van Buren on the back row set on the right side.
Jake Reed serving for set point. And how about that for acrobatics and a surprise attack by Schwob?
Okay.
We see kills by setters, but not normally with swings like that.
Well, let's see what happens now from the other side. A lot of times setters will go tit for tat. McElligot's also in the front row for the Ramblers.
Schwob now serving, and he missed it wide. Ramblers take the opening set, 25-17, just the way they would have wanted to start 2025, Ray.
Ramblers doing a nice job playing solid volleyball, winning the first set by 8.
We'll take a break. Here from Loyola. Ramblers up 1-0 as we head to set 2. You're watching Loyola Men's Volleyball on Marquee Sports Network. We'll be right back. It really is kind of a stark difference in how these teams can approach their seasons. Loyola in the MIVA, they've got to be up and running within the first couple weeks of the season, or you can find yourself kind of behind the 8-ball, so to speak. Penn State, heavy favorites in the EIVA again. They can take their time a bit. They don't need to have everything figured out within the first couple weeks.
Right, but as you work through, strength of schedule and at-large and all those types of things, your body of work, it's really important about trying to have a good start. Now, one match will not be the difference, so it's great for these teams to play each other this early in the season, but it is about trying to find ways where they can find success over a period of time.
The set began with a missed serve by Truby, but that's followed up by Rose leading the way on a block, and it's 1-1 here to start set 2.
So again, another one of those out-of-system situations where, the pass is taken off the net, medium to bad pass. How do the Ramblers manage through that right now? We've seen 2 swings from Van Buren where he's taking the ball low into the seam and ends up being blocked.
Serve here from Coons. Led the way with 4 kills for Penn State in the opening set. Reed is blocked. Sawa did his best. But another block then involved Rose. He was helped out by Schwob on that occasion.
And that time we've seen one of the few blocks from Penn State in system. Schwob doing a nice job getting himself outside. Good eyes and good hands to get across the net.
Rose was described to us by Coach Pavlik as the competitive heartbeat of this Nittany Lions team, as that serve by Coons is in the net.
The biggest thing for both teams now, you've had a chance to take a breath, get to the first set, whether there was nerves or any kind of, excited energy. Now the match starts to play. How consistent can you play over a long period of time?
Parker Van Buren to serve. A lot of top spin, almost got an ace for it. Merck just has to send it over. Free ball. McElligott, that was interesting. Spun in midair to deliver that set. Didn't work out as a kill for Van Buren in the end. Point continues, and it's put away by guess who? Owen Rose, who has come out pumped up in set 2.
Again, it's one of those moves, we talked about it for McElligott, where usually he's going to swing on 2. That time went with kind of the fake and tossed it back behind. Ended up over the long rally for the point for the Lions.
Rose, a 4-time EVA Defensive Player of the Week, serving now. McElligott quickly there for Bell. Fought for at the net, and the battle there won by Ryan McElligott, showing off the benefits of having a setter who stands 6'5".
We talked about it earlier in the match about how for a January match it's going to be pretty choppy. You might start to see that a little bit more here now as we start to move throughout this match.
Another serve for Jake Reed. Merck. Schwob all the way across, looking and finding Luoma for the kill.
Real nice job by Schwob tossing the long set outside of Luoma. Luoma takes the ball off the edge of McElligott to score the point for Penn State.
Luoma with his 4th kill of the night. Schwob now serving. In the net. Service error number 7 on the night for the Nittany Lions. Ramblers have made 4 such mistakes.
Penn State for sure looks a lot more comfortable in this second set. See more positive plays with their block. Also good attacking.
Brad Bell to serve. Coons, Schwob back for Coons. How about that for a give and go for Penn State? And another kill for Coons, his 5th.
Again, nice toss by Schwob in the back row attack. Out of the middle. Good rhythm there for Coons to attack the ball on a single block again against the Ramblers.
D. Meyer was all alone there in the middle of the court for the Ramblers. Well done there by Coons to put it to Meyer's left. Serving here, Loyola. McElligott for Dean Meyer, who gets involved in the attack and picks up his 4th kill on 4 attempts, maintaining that perfect 1,000 hitting percentage.
Again, a really nice job by Meyer. Going to continue to look at him throughout the year to see if he can take that ball instead of throwing it down, be able to swing on that. But again, nice play with his height to throw it down and score.
McElligott the serve. Schwob setting there for the kill for Gage Gabriel. That's his first collegiate kill. Congratulations to him as he prepares to serve.
Both sides with a better offensive rhythm.
6'8" Gabriel, the freshman. McElligott near side Van Buren. It's the old reliable strategy for the Ramblers as Parker gets his 5th kill.
And the rotation 1 for the Ramblers, Parker Van Buren's on the left side of the court. And a lot of times for teams in the rotation 1, your opposite might be a lefty. Like for Penn State, it's Truby. Van Buren's able to hit the ball on the left side. But to start that play, D. Meyer did a nice job of getting a draw to lead to one-on-one on the outside for the Ramblers. And you see that serve as a miss that time from Fabakovic.
Penn State back up 1. The teams have almost traded points 1 for 1 so far. Here in set 2, the serve for Truby. Misses again. He is struggling tonight from that service line.
Again, for Truby, you know, for those of us who've seen Truby play here at Loyola, he now has the opportunity, kind of free reign to go for it. You know, not worried about if he's going to kind of come in and get subbed out and go play. So it's just a different position. It's a different role for him. For him to try to embrace.
Very much one of those guys who's going to be given that time and that patience, you would think.
I think so.
As Penn State, as a team, approached things in that way.
Penn State has some flexibility where they can move some players in different spots, but to have somebody like Truby with his physical stature to be able to play in the back pin's pretty special.
It's another miss serve by Penn State. That's their 9th. And a error-filled second set by both teams continues. 8-all.
Do not be surprised as you see the choppy volleyball continue here for match number 1.
Might be a set one of these teams has to grind out more than we saw Loyola largely glide through that first set. Van Buren serving. Schwob back for Loyola off the block. McElligott for Van Buren, who's just got to set it over. Schwob. Merck for Truby, through the block for the kill for Miller Truby.
Again, much better swing from Truby. You've seen his attacking improve now, especially on the right side, in system and out of system.
Gabriel subs back in, and Owen Rose prepares another one of these run-ups. It's as long as he can make it, he stands right in front of the stands behind the court. Reed, McElligott, back row, Fabakovic. No one touched it for the Nittany Lions. It's a point for them.
Might look for a challenge here from Coach St. Davis for the first time.
And he is going to bring out the green card at the behest of his bench. And we have our first review of the new season.
So in men's volleyball, you're allowed 2 challenges for the match. You're allowed to challenge touches off the block, which they're doing right now, balls in or out, net violations, attack line violations, and also serving line violations.
And that ball takes a pretty clear change in spin, I think, on that replay. We'll have to get another view, but that's what you're looking for, is you're seeing is the way the ball is spinning. Does it change when it goes past the hand? We'll take another look.
Correct.
So you're watching here number 13, Rose. That's a pretty clear touch on his right hand. This is already overturned. It's a point for Loyola. And you can't really blame the line judge there. He was ducking out of the way for his own safety and might not have had a clear view of it.
And that's the great thing for volleyball now with technology. You know, there's a lot less gamesmanship, you know, arguing about calls. They can go out there and do it right. Officials are mic'd up. They're able to understand technology. Hattie Rolf's the second official who's worked many matches of many varieties, including international and Olympic matches.
Schwob to the near side, Truby. Getting him a bit more comfortable and involved on the attack, and see how excited his teammates are for him. They know this is a big night for Miller.
Getting warmed up.
Schwob to serve. Well, long service error number 10 on the night for Penn State. It is something they struggled with a bit last year, Ray. They averaged over 5 service errors per set. And one way to look at that, you're just giving away 20% of the set.
You are, and you know, there's always going to be the kind of the battle of do I serve in or stay aggressive. That time I see up, or do you want to stay consistent, serve in? I find there's a fine line between the two, where if you serve too easy, it ends up being like a fast break for teams, 4 attackers on 3 blockers. But if you keep missing your serves, that puts a lot of pressure on your side out.
And on its face, 4 versus 5. What a block by Dean Meyer. Back-to-back points for him. I was saying 4 versus 5 missed serves per set. Might not seem like a big difference, but you extrapolate that over the over 100 sets these teams will play this season, and it has an impact.
Well, if you're missing 5 points if you've given away 5 points on air, you give another 3 or 4 on spike air, you have to earn all the rest by spiking or some combination.
Right, you're just eliminating any margin for error you have in the rest of your game.
Correct. Thing to notice to see both setters, they'll both have played for a period of time now. You get a chance to run the offense for an extended period of time. What does their location look like? What does their rhythm look like for both of these setters here in this situation?
Big swing, and it's wide from Loyola.
A mini win right now for Penn State is the fact that they can probably get to the media timeout without calling a timeout. They can stay within a couple points. They feel like they can have a pretty good run moving towards the business part of the set.
13-11, and that is just long. I was about to say, I think this might be our first 2-point lead for either team in the set, and there it goes. 13-12 Ramblers. And a quick discussion being had here by the official with Michael Schwob as they make a sub Penn State. And subbing in for the first time tonight is number 5, Matt Cosgrove, a redshirt junior from Chesterfield, Missouri, out of Parkway West High School. 15 matches for him last year, 12 kills, 6 aces, 26 errors. From the service line, McElligott setting for Van Buren off the block. What an effort that is again by Rose. Truby there as well.
So now the challenge is going to be for McElligott is to not be predictable here in this situation. Can he go back behind to Fabakovic? Is there a back row attack for Reed? Can you find Dean Meyer on the quick?
Another serve right off the tape. McElligott that time for Meyer, and a nice dig out there by Cosgrove, kept alive. Truby, the dig by McElligott. Here's Van Buren, long. Penn State retake the lead with a quick 3-0 run.
Seeing back-to-back errors now from Van Buren. Coach Davis might call timeout here before the media.
And he will. The first timeout taken by Loyola. And it'll be the media timeout as well, which means we'll take a break here from inside Gentile Arena. You're watching Loyola men's volleyball.
Team right now has 7 kills, 1 error, hitting 500, where the Ramblers are just over or just under 100, where before the Ramblers were hitting a really high clip.
It's both teams back down to about 370 for the match, and that's another service error. And if it wasn't for those, Penn State might have run away with this second set already.
And that's kind of the risk reward the Nittany Lions are playing with. We've seen Truby now really step up his game to play more consistent volleyball. Good setting by Schwob, especially on the balls in the back row.
14-all. Coons to Schwob to Truby again. Miller Truby having a big second set on the attack. He's up to 4 kills.
Yeah, that's a matchup right now for Penn State. We've got Truby on Reed.
Truby had 3 errors on his first 4 swings. He's now got 4 kills on his last 7 and no errors. And keeps that serve in play. McElligott quickly for Reed, whistle. Ramblers in the net.
Yeah, Reed was under that time. And again, talking about the setters and trying to be able to find rhythm has been really important.
Penn State back up by 2. Miller Truby serving. Nittany Lions looking to ensure we play at least 4 sets tonight. That serve is long.
In the first set, Ramblers had a little bit of a break where Penn State was giving them a lot of errors with serving error and also with spike error. This time, Penn State's done a nice job offensively.
Into serve, Lucas Anderson. Really wound that one up, but in the end, all it got him was a service error. Right back it goes to the Nittany Lions.
So as much as the Ramblers are struggling right now, they're only chasing 2 points. A real good spot for them to be able to side out and tie it back up at 17.
Coons leads the match with 6 kills. That's on 6 total attacks. Having an excellent evening so far, 17. McGilligan to the far side for Parker Van Buren. There's the side out you wanted, right?
Most definitely. Good rhythm that time for Van Buren.
Take another look.
Yeah, Bell draws the block, gets one-on-one back behind. There's seam and space for Van Buren. Let's see if Van Buren can continue up a serving run.
The inhale, the toss for Parker. Schwob setting for the back row for Truby off the block.
Nice variety that time by Truby, taking the ball more down the line to score.
Miller Truby on his return to Gentile Arena, settling in back at home. Rose to serve for Penn State. Reed, McGilligan, far side Van Buren again. Nice adjustment there by Coons. Truby right to the net. That's blocked easily by the Ramblers. Schwob for the back row. It's a kill for Coons.
Real nice job by Penn State, finding a gap in the back row. A little behind the setter here as the Ramblers call their second timeout.
Coons a person in 2016, and the other assistant and the international recruiter is Dalton Solbrig. Most recently an assistant at Division III Dominican, and formerly having played pro in Croatia after playing his college ball at the University of Hawaii. Rose serving out of the timeout. Barely kept off the floor by Fabakovic and put away by Bell.
Seeing pretty positive plays for the Ramblers on the quick. That time the gap sets about 6 feet away from the setter to the hitter. Ramblers need now a serving run, and the ability to try to win balls either in transition or with a stuff block.
Jake Reed serving. Schwob winds up. Second time he's done that tonight. It's worked both times. And Penn State gets a 20 for the first time tonight.
Again, Penn State's doing a really good job playing with house money.
Big moment here. Number 11, Josh Rosenblum is a redshirt junior. This is his 4th season. This is his first appearance in a collegiate volleyball match.
All right.
2 years at Long Beach State, did not play. Transferred here to Penn State and missed last year, injured. McGilligan setting for Bell. And you can see he's still got that big knee brace on his left knee as well, Rosenblum. Sure, it's been a long road to get back here. He goes back to the bench, but a really, really cool moment for him, for the redshirt junior out of Newport Beach, California, and Mater Dei High School.
Most definitely. Ramblers are finding a lot of success out of the middle as Reed comes in now to serve for the Ramblers.
Jackson Reed, another Los Angeles former resident, though he's originally from San Diego. To the near side, Luoma gets the kill. First time we've called Matt Luoma's name in a bit. That's his 5th kill of the night.
If there's a weakness for the Ramblers, might be the blocking against the back, against the overhead set, the set back behind, just for the size of the players. And Penn State's done a nice job identifying that, winning Trudy Moore back behind.
Penn State by 3, 4 points from the set. And a mishandled reception by the Ramblers, uncharacteristic. Opens the door pretty wide here, Ray, for Penn State to even up this match.
That's Penn State's first ace in the match. Ball that guy caught Fabakovic just in between.
Quick huddle there by the Ramblers. Down 4. Another serve here for Loyola. Reed. McElligott near side. Fabakovic. It came right back. Miller. Truby with a solo block.
Gabriel went for a full commit against Dean Meyer. Left Truby one-on-one. Truby did a really nice job getting his inside hand against Fabakovic to score that ball.
Truby with an over 7-foot wingspan. 23-18 Penn State, their largest lead of this set. Reed, McElligott, Van Buren. When you need a point, where do you go?
And that's what you saw for the Ramblers. Well, pretty much every year Van Buren's been here. Trying to see if the Ramblers now can continue to find some balance on their offense. But right now, really, it's about trying to find a run, forcing Penn State into a timeout.
McElligott serving. Schwob right at the net, all the way across for Coons. And that sets up set point on his 8th kill on 8 attacks.
One thing we know for sure, Schwob can set the long set in front. Done it a couple of times now, tossed really nice sets on the outside.
Set point Penn State. We've got some Nittany Lions fans in the house making noise. Gabriel serving. Fabakovic. McElligott back for Fabakovic for the kill. Perfectly placed by the sophomore.
Good job by the Ramblers handling that first set point. So again, you've got Truby on the back set.
Worth noting, there are 2 Chicagoans on this Penn State squad. Merck and Harvey, so maybe they've brought all their friends and family out. That's an ace. Fabakovic right on the line.
See if Coach Pavic will call a timeout here.
And he will. Timeout Penn State, their first of this set, as the Ramblers have narrowed it to 3. Still 3 more set points then, potentially for Penn State.
Penn State
might have misinterpreted. Perhaps Coach was asking how many subs he had left.
So, yep, potentially that.
Fabakovic still serving.
So again, every hitter for Penn State is available and a good option.
And he'll just loop this one. Mark, Schwob, here's Miller, Truby. Big dig by McElligott. And then Dean Meyer on that free ball improvises well and keeps the set alive for Loyola.
Been very few times where you've seen a ball tight at the net where a middle for Loyola has lost that battle.
Well, when the setter gets the dig and the libero isn't near the ball, you're left to your own devices, and Dean Meyer did very well. That serve is long from Fabakovic, and that is how the second set ends. A bit of a gasp from both teams, and we're going to play at least 4 sets tonight. Penn State takes set 2, 25-22. We'll take another break ahead of set 3 as the teams switch sides. We'll see you right back here at Loyola. You're watching Ramblers Volleyball on Marquee Sports. Side, it's Merck, Gabriel, Schwob, Rose, Loyola, Coons, and Truby for the Nittany Lions. Sawa, Reed, McElligott, Van Buren, Meyer, Smith, Bell, Fabakovic, the rotation for the Ramblers. And Ryan McElligott gets us underway in set 3 with the service error, a familiar theme. That's Loyola's 10th of the match.
Again, the challenge right now, I'll start with both setters of being able to continue to play consistent volleyball. Schroeder's done a nice job for Penn State as he's worked throughout this match, being able to locate the right hitter at the right time.
Miller Truby, as he has in every set so far now, serves first. Parker Van Buren, the teardrop.
Again, nice job by Van Buren handling that ball that was set a little long, taking the ball high over the block against Truby in that situation to score.
First time we've seen Parker go with the off speed this evening. Fabakovic to serve. And through the block goes Owen Rose, one of the leaders of this team who had a very, very big second set. Rose picks up his 4th kill.
Meyer with a nice read, just couldn't get his hands over fast enough against Rose.
Will Coons, another guy with a great second set to serve. Sawa. McGilligan, far side for Reed. Caught the back line. Jake Reed with his second kill.
Reed's kind of a rhythm hitter where he likes to get set in tempo consistently. If you're able to find that rhythm, he can do some really good things.
Reed slightly undersized for an outside at 6'4". D. Meyer barely got that over. Battled for at the net, and what a job there by Schwob. And Schwob with a few words after, too, for the Loyola side of things.
Schwab's got a little bit of space.
Take another look here. The setter gets a block to his name. 3-2 Nittany Lions here early in set 3. Rose to serve. Reed, Sawa, Van Buren through the block, well read by Coons. Schwob right to the net, and again the battle won by Penn State. Matt Luoma this time.
You can see the fight in Penn State continuing to grow, especially on the road, doing a nice job.
Another serve here for Owen Rose. That serve, though, well long, and the Ramblers get a much-needed side out.
Again, this is a great match for both these teams to be able to go out and have to play solid volleyball, have to have real good competitive energy in their first match of the season.
Both these teams doing double duty this weekend, tonight and tomorrow night. Ramblers will be back here at home. Same time, same place, as they'll take on Maryville. That is long. Another point for the Ramblers. Meanwhile, Penn State will take the drive out to Romeoville and take on the Lewis Flyers. And we'll see Penn State's first challenge of the evening, also challenging that there was a touch.
Yeah. Even with the headset on, you can hear the touch off the block of the Ramblers.
So potentially another very...
Looking, both sides. The first set, Penn State was looking for somebody or something to give them some energy. You've seen them get that energy. Now for the Ramblers, looking for somebody or something to give them the energy to kind of swing it back, the momentum back the other way.
Schwob serving for Penn State. And serving long. Nice limbo move there by Dan Fabakovic. Jake Reed to the service line. One ace for him tonight. Make it two. Perfect placement right on the line. And despite the best efforts of a diving Matthew Luoma, it finds the floor.
That's for sure one of the skills that Reed has. Does a really good job at first contact, whether it's serve, receive, or serve.
30 aces last season. And a kill for Gage Gabriel, the freshman. Picks up his second kill.
Nice toss there from Schwob, a little bit off the net. A little risky, you might think, but a really good job to locate his middle and find a way to set Gabriel to score.
6'5" Nittany Lions. The serve here for Luoma, the redshirt sophomore from Phoenix. Fabakovic, McGilligan. Quick set there was blocked away. Gabriel, the freshman, led the way to deny that effort by Bell.
Nice read that time from the Penn State block. Putting forehands in that situation.
Another 2-point lead for the visitors. Big deep breath from Luoma. And that sees a big serve go long. Brad Bell will have a chance to serve here.
This is the kind of set here. It's 1-1. They're looking for, this kind of swing set for both teams to swing the momentum their way to go up 2-1. There's ample opportunity for both teams right now to take an advantage. Penn State builds it and then kind of takes away with their serving errors. Ramblers have done a good job with good serve, but also giving points back.
Yeah, that looked just a bit low on confidence, that serve from Bell. Sawa, McGilligan, D. Meyer. Ramblers make that reception look easy.
Yeah, Sawa's done a really good job at first contact.
Sawa, who took over the starting libero role midway through last year, 97% on receptions for J.J. Sawa, the junior from Orange, California. McElligott serving. Not sure if that was coming over or not, and Parker Van Buren took no chances.
Parker Van Buren said no. Did a good job of being smart for the ball to enter the plane so you can hit the ball and score.
All even 8 apiece here in set 3.
Again, another serving winner for the Ramblers. Not an ace, but a serving winner.
And another missed serve.
And so how can you play solid volleyball right now in January without being frustrated? You're going to see, you know, great play, then a serving error. Another really good play, and then a serving error. It's really just trying about being able to play the next play to the best of your ability.
There's been 28 service errors in a little under 2.5 sets. McElligott, near side Fabakovic. Nice adjustment in midair by Coons. Here he comes again. I think that might hit the shoulder of Dean Meyer and gone back. Truby denied. Nicodemus Meyer with the block.
Yeah, and that's where Dean shows his strength. Touched both attacks on the left side with his shoulder, face, something, some body part. That time doing a really good job against Truby on the back set out of system.
Parker Van Buren was there to help as well. Fabakovic to serve. Merck. Schwo brought it back. Over. McElligott. Reed long. And a touch, says the linesman on the left far side. Consulted there with the up official who agreed.
Another challenge
and
coming.
We're going to get a challenge that this wasn't touched.
For the most part.
Every challenge so far tonight has been a successful one.
And again, that's the great part of the video challenges. You can see the pace of it where it goes pretty quickly. It helps make the right decision come about at the end.
Teams might not run out of challenges if they keep winning them like this.
No, again, if you have 2 challenges per match, if you make the challenge and win the challenge, you get to keep the challenge.
Serve here for Will Coons. 9 kills on 11 attacks tonight. Can he do some damage from the service line at 10-9? Sawa, McElligott. Not sure that was what they had lined up as it's tipped over by Fabakovic. Here's Luoma off the block. Sawa, McElligott from the back row. Fabakovic, great dig there by Coons. And in the end, it's a point for Loyola anyway. Parker Van Buren once again cleans up at the net.
For both teams, and for the most part of men's volleyball, there's such a tempo with the setting. From setter's hand to hitter's hand, it really takes a second, less than a second to go in that distance. So you'll see some misconnections, especially early in the season.
Truby, free ball over. Opportunity here for the Ramblers. McElligott, far side, Reed takes advantage on the kill.
Not only a great swing from Reed down the line, but a great decision by McElligott. That time, Bell did a really good job drawing 2 blockers, allowed Reed to be one on nobody on the outside.
11-10 Loyola. Approaching the midpoint of set 3 as that serve skims the net. Schwob. Truby's got to go right-handed. Van Buren. McElligott. Sent it low and sent to the floor by Bell. Didn't look pretty, but it was well executed.
No, great job by Bell to have a really nice window, to be able to manage that ball. He opens up to the setter. He's able to be able to attack a ball in a pretty big window.
Sometimes it's less about swinging and more about just redirecting the volleyball as that is in the net. 12-11 Ramblers.
If your arm's up early enough, you're able to be able to attack the ball within a certain range. Made the ball better. Did a really nice job.
Owen Rose at the service line for Penn State. And a foot fault. First one of those we've heard tonight.
See the momentum now start to swing back for the Ramblers.
13-11, Van Buren to serve. Parker Van Buren, second team All-American in 2023, first team All-American last year. Schwob sets it up for Truby off the block. Sawa the dig. McElligott near side. Van Buren is denied by Loyola. And it is a point for Penn State.
And nice job again from both teams. Ramblers did a better job touching Truby on the ball, on the block. Penn State goes up and gets a stuff block on the swing from Van Buren.
Schwob to serve. And that was almost an ace. What a reaction by McElligott. Reed lobs it to the back row and too far.
Might be getting to a spot where the Ramblers might go into their bench a little bit.
Haven't seen either team really do so other than on a couple of serving specialist instances.
Correct.
Nobody new in the rotation for either team yet tonight. Schwob serving at 13 all. Well, we were overdue for one of those. It had been a couple of minutes. Make that 31 total service errors in the gym tonight.
So you see a player like Reed for the Ramblers where offensively he's struggling, but he's able to bring other parts of his game to help out Loyola. Serving's been solid, as you see there. Service has been really solid.
And a good attack there by Mitchell Truby. Gets his first kill of set number 3, his 6th of the match.
And it's a nice high swing from Truby.
Loyola back up to serve. It feels like, because we are going through these servers very quickly, not a whole lot of serving runs tonight. McElligott setting for Van Buren off the net. Merck the long run. Here's Truby right at Reed.
Great dig by Reed.
Sawa the set. Fabakovic the kill. Found that open space right in the middle of the floor. Great job there by Sawa picking up the assist. And we'll take a timeout here from inside Gentile Arena. Back and forth we go in a competitive set. That's to this point. Ray Gooden, not a whole lot changing over the course of this set so far, and that makes sense given how back and forth and close this has been.
Most definitely, and for the Ramblers, kind of the same storyline you've seen in the past where right now Van Buren's the kill leader for Loyola, doing a nice job as a team from the serving line.
Here comes Mitchell Truby on the attack, and Bell dodged it, but in the end, needed to get in front of that.
Again, nice job from Truby taking the ball down the line against and over Fabakovic to score.
Miller Truby enjoying his return to Loyola, where he spent the first 2 years of his collegiate volleyball career. In the serve, this is Matt Cosgrove. Second time we've seen him tonight, and the second service error he's had tonight.
Again, the Ramblers are in a solid spot where they set it out once here. If they can go back here with McElligott's serve, have him serve twice, they can give themselves a 3-point lead and potentially lead to another timeout for Penn State.
McElligott serving, 24 assists on the night for him, add an ace to his tally, his first of the season.
Might be earlier timeout than that for Penn State.
And already, quickly after the media timeout, Mark Pavlik wants to talk it over as the Ramblers lead by 2.
Again, so you see it where, teams played pretty consistent back to 15.
Hopefully it's another strong crowd tomorrow night, as I mentioned, as Loyola host Maryville, 7 p.m. right here on Marquee Sports Network. Hope you can join Ray and I again for that. Out of the timeout, Ryan McElligott serving for Loyola. And acing again for Loyola. Back-to-back for 9 and white.
I will tell you, if anybody needs it right now, it's McElligott. Doing a good job. I know for the setter, and especially having your setter as a head coach, there's going to be probably a lot of change, understanding information, taking in a lot of information. It might be hard, might be challenging. But it's done a really nice job from the serving line.
The set by Meyer. Parker Van Buren to the middle of the court. What an effort by Ryan Mark. And then the attack, the kill. Will Coons keeps up his fabulous evening by salvaging that point, Ray, for Penn State.
Real good hustle play there from Penn State. Nice job laying out for Merck. Did a really nice job laying out for the tip from Van Buren. And a good transition swing and kill. Good tough play there by Penn State.
Might have to go through the record books, but Seems pretty safe to assume that Will Coons is having the night of his college volleyball life right now. That went off ahead and has to go over quickly, McElligott. Schwob for Truby, and he missed.
So he takes that back row swing just a little wide.
Again, Coons, a guy who averaged 1 kill per set last year and hit 209. He's hitting 833 tonight, 10 kills on 12 attacks.
Taking advantage of this opportunity, most definitely.
Again, as Coach Pavlik told us, there were 4 incumbent guys in the rotation, and that means there are 4 open spots, and Coons might be locking one down for quite a while with his performance tonight. Fabakovic to the dig. McElligott. Van Buren. Contact at the net, and a point for Penn State.
Yeah, Van Buren's in the net that time. Sets a little tight.
Parker was clearly frustrated with himself on that occasion. Ramblers still lead by 2.
And Van Buren's working his way back. You know, how he didn't do as much as he did in the fall. So getting rhythm for him is really important as well.
Parker hitting just 125 so far tonight. Reed, McElligott, back row, Fabakovic, the dig by Merck. The set by Coons. Loyola over, capped off the floor by Sawa. Over by Reed. Merck. Schwob from the back row, it's blasted long, and at long last, Will Coons makes his first mistake of the evening, and it took until late in the 3rd set. Not too bad.
Is that the free throw jinx? You know?
Is it really the broadcaster jinx, though, if I'm complimenting him every 2 or 3 points on how well the night is going?
You know what? The folks at Penn State might say so.
Well, my apologies to everybody back in Happy Valley. Anderson in to serve. Coons. Schwob, near side. Loyola blocked by Bell.
Bell ended up being a little bit late, but he did a really nice job of finishing the block. Still working his way out there, not quitting on the block. You see Penn State call their 2nd timeout.
2nd and final timeout of set heat up as we take a look at the match stats. Ramblers have not hit well, Ray, in this set. 0-87 for the set, which brings them down to 279 for the match, and yet they've looked like the better team here in set 3 in spite of that.
Take advantage of errors really from Penn State. A lot of those are serving errors, which Penn State's going to kind of live or die by the serve. Ramblers have done a good job with their own serve by getting a couple aces, and then have had a couple timely blocks to go up 4.
A timeout where the Loyola players on the floor talking things over amongst themselves. Yeah. Again, still no rotation subs for either team tonight. Both coaches feeling like they've got a sense of the A squad to start the year. A little bit easier to pick for Shane Davis than for Mark Pavlik.
Have not called Rose's name in a while. I don't know if it's because of pass or just because of situation right now.
Anderson in the net.
Good timeout by the Penn State staff. But Anderson was able to serve twice. Able to go out there and get a point for the Ramblers.
Serve errors, you can see there on your screen, 19-14. Neither side will be thrilled with those numbers.
See if Bell gets involved, but again, another serving error.
Make that 20 for Penn State. Again, probably their biggest struggle as a team last year were those serving errors.
Van Buren's probably been the most consistent server so far tonight between the teams.
The Jim Quiets for Parker. And that just catches the line. He's 3 for 3 on that move tonight, Michael Schwob.
It's nice to have a lefty as a setter. Nice to have an athletic lefty as a setter.
That's going right on the scouting report, though, for this Penn State team this season, you'd have to think.
Sure. And McElligott's like, hey, I do the same thing, too. So let's see if he can do it.
Schwob to serve. And serve well wide. That just came off the outside pinky side of his hand. Just a miss.
And again, the downfall of a lot of missed serves, it puts a lot of pressure on your side out. You see Reed coming in now to serve. Reed for Reed.
Jackson replacing Jake.
So right now, Penn State's got to do a good job of siding out. You've got Truby on the left side, where a lot of times lefties have some struggle on the left side set, but Truby's done a good job in this rotation 1.
Jackson Reed in the net. And now the serving error bug maybe been caught by the Ramblers here late in the set. They still lead by 3.
Ramblers just looking to side out here to get set point.
Loyola to serve. Sawa, McElligott, Van Buren off the block, Truby stooping, kept alive there by Schwob, and over, was that a lift? Referees say no. Bell, the dig by Merck, kept alive by Coons. The swing by Truby is wide. Set point Ramblers.
It's like calling a hold in football or travel in basketball. You know, at this level now, players are going to play, and it's great to see.
Fans to their feet here inside Gentile Arena. Brad Bell at the service line for Loyola. Coons, Schwob, back row over. Van Buren diving. Far side Fabakovic. Ramblers take set 3, 25-20.
Ramblers doing a nice job of playing some pretty solid volleyball, especially after 15 points to go up 2-1 here in the match.
The teams have traded sets so far. Can Penn State do the same and force a 5th? Or will Loyola close it out in 4? Come back with us to find out. This is Loyola Ramblers men's volleyball on Marquee Sports Network. Again, no rotation subs for either team. We'll begin set 4 on the serve of Michael Schwob, Penn State setter with 25 assists so far tonight. Reed, long run for McElligott. Parker Van Buren goes left-handed, kept alive. Here's Miller Truby into the block. Point Penn State.
Nice swing by Truby. Again, attacking the ball. D. Myers get us hands up, not across the net. They're able to score the point for Penn State.
Another serve here for Schwob.
The big thing right now for Penn State is to try to get a run early, force Loyola into a timeout.
Reed, McElligott, Parker Van Buren, the dig by Coons. Schwob setting for Truby. Took a little off that one. Nice dig by McElligott. Van Buren again over. Merck. Schwob. Loyola, that's blocked right back. Schwob. Merck setting for Truby. Right up in the air off the block. Fabakovic. McElligott. Quickly for Dean Meyer.
We talked about it before where the best option for the Ramblers so far has been out of the quick. Dean gives himself some good space. Nice toss from McElligott to score.
That's exactly what we're talking about. That's the sort of thing that, could we see more of that from Loyola? Fabakovic serving at 1-all here in the 4th. Merck. Schwob sets it up for the attack by Gabriel. Nice dig by Sawa. Reed had to come right back at him. Sawa did his best, but it's a point for Penn State.
Oh, looks like Sawa's down right now.
Sawa's down right in front of our bench.
Maybe a cramp.
He says he's all right. The backup libero, if you're wondering, is number 19, Owen Smith, the freshman from San Jose, California.
Who Coach Davis likes a lot. Thinks he's been doing a solid job. Reed's swing looked like it was going out of bounds, but by reaction, he touched it. Kind of led to the point for Penn State.
That serve is wide. There's our first service error of set number 4 and our 37th of the match. Dean Meyer now to serve. Meyer, the senior. One of only a couple seniors on this Loyola squad. That's back over and out of play after McElligott tried to dig it out.
Oh, I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good.
Penn State find positives right now from the serving line. All the other phases of the game have been pretty solid, minus a receiving error here and there.
Fabakovic, McElligott, and there's Bell on another pass to the middle. Maybe they were listening in on us, Ray, right before the set started?
Well, you know, being a coach sometimes is being a master of the obvious. And right now the percentages out of the quick for the Ramblers has been really, really high.
I was going to say, for any volleyball strategy knowledge, I think it's a pretty lopsided combination here in this broadcast booth. Toward yourself. Over there by Rose. Fought for, straight up in the air. Nice awareness by everybody. Coons. The dig by Fabakovic. McElligott, read off the block. What a dig there by Merck. Battled for the net and put away by Bell.
Again, another nice rally between the two teams. Smart play by Reed to take the ball out of system high off the block. Led to a joust at the net where Bell was able to win the battle.
Parker Van Buren earns the quiet of the crowd for this serve. Merck. Schwob outside. Coons, what a block. What a reaction by Loyola. Coons tries again. He's blocked again, but out of play. Point Penn State.
Nice swing by Coons, finding an edge off of let McElligott that time off the block to score.
For all, up off the bench for Penn State is Coach Pavlik, in addition to his assistant in his 18th season, Colin McMillan. Fabakovic, McElligott, Reed is blocked, and a stare down from Schwob.
Again, second time from Schwob now showing his expression.
And the down official caught it and said, that's 2 strikes. There will not be a third. And his captain, Owen Rose, sticking up for him. Miller Truby to serve at 5-4 Penn State. Sawa, McElligott, Bell right down the middle.
And nice job by Bell, giving himself space to throw it down. Brad from McElligott. Again, sorry about that.
No, Brad Bell up to 6 kills now. It's opening night for the broadcasters, too.
Oh, for sure.
Reed serving. That's an ace. That is his specialty. You said it earlier, Ray. His 3rd ace tonight.
And sometimes your game might struggle in one area. What you want, try not to do is allow it to leak into other areas.
As that serve is in the net, so call that an even trade. 6-all.
But now it's really important for Reed to be able to handle the ball right now in first contact.
Coons to serve. Still hitting .647 for his evening. Only thing he's really missing in his stat sheet tonight is a service ace. Sawa, McElligott. Far side, Van Buren blocked right up into the air. Diving effort, McElligott. Fabakovic standing jump, caught the corner. No, he didn't. Well, Loyola certainly seemed to think he caught the corner.
Probably wide on that swing.
Right, we don't have a great angle of that near sideline to see if it would have been wide. And despite his players' insistence, Shane Davis, who has a much better view of it than we do, is not interested in a challenge. McElligott quickly to Bell. Merck, Schwob, a little over the back of his head there from Rose. Fabakovic gets the point on the block.
One of the rare times we've seen back-to-back serves for Penn State.
Yeah, I mentioned we're not seeing any service runs because no one on either team can avoid the serve in the net. Bell serving. And an ace, that's a bit better than the one that went into the bottom of the net last time. And all of a sudden, Penn State a bit out of sorts on serve receive.
We talked about the middles doing a good job attacking in the front row. Both middles for Loyola have done a solid job serving out of the serving line.
Merck, Schwob, back set for Truby off the block.
Great touch.
Reed, McElligott, far side, Parker Van Buren with a blast.
Wow. Big swing from Parker Van Buren. Continues the serving run for Bell and Loyola.
Worth another look. Back row. That was Coons. Nice adjustment by Reed. Van Buren off the block, and a whistle. In the net are the Nittany Lions.
Looks like Coons had time on the block. Maybe timeout here from Penn State.
Timeout Penn State. Loyola leads 10-7 here in set 4, looking to wrap up an opening night win here at home. We'll take a break here in Chicago.
Keeping this fourth set close and need to right now to try to push to a fifth.
Ramblers have a nice run of non-conference home matches to start the year, and you can watch all of Ramblers home volleyball right here on Marquee. Fabakovic for the kill.
And good rhythm. The middle attack has been established from the Ramblers. Forces Penn State to commit on the block. Leads to one-on-one on the outside for Fabakovic to score.
Ramblers with a 3-point lead.
The last time we saw a run came from McGilligut's serve.
Big high toss from the lefty setter. Too much.
Once again, for both sides, there's just a feeling where just a little run either way can either extend the lead or tie it up.
Schwob to serve for Penn State. And they'll rule that was 3 hits. Bit of a messy point here, and still Fabakovic off the block. Merck, Schwob, quick set. That's blocked right back. How about that, Dean Meyer? What awareness and the poise to put that away into the wide open floor.
And just nice job by Meyer. Put his hands in a situation where he can touch the ball on the block, ends up leading to a stuff block and point for Loyola.
Again, it hasn't been the prettiest match, but in the end, all that's going to matter tonight to one of these teams is that one in the win column. Loyola off the block. Sawa, McGilligut, back row, Fabakovic, and a whistle, point Penn State.
Back row attack violation.
They're going to say that Fabakovic's toe was on the line. Let's take another look.
Again, right decision for McGilligut. Good rhythm. Again, the quick attack has led to gaps now in the block for Penn State. Just a little rhythm error that time.
Can't go on or over that purple line 10 feet from the net. If you're attacking from the back row, what a job that was by McGilligut to bring that back onto a platter for Van Buren to wait that up.
Again, McGilligut does a nice job of taking care of the balls that are tight, managing them for the Ramblers. Let's probably see our first sub now tonight for Penn State.
First sub of the night is number 12, Sean Harvey. Redshirt freshman out of Bartlett, Illinois, went to South Elgin High School. A connection for a couple coaches and for both of us. His father was a track and field All-American at North Central College in Naperville.
Nice.
His brother did the same at Loras College. That is just long. I think there's 2 questions here. Did that hit some hair?
Man.
And did it hit the line?
It sounded like a touch, but I don't know if you can do it on sound.
Loyola's thinking about it.
Nice serve by Anderson.
And in the end, Shane Davis will keep his challenges in his pocket. That serve is on the line. Rare mental mistake there by Van Buren to watch that hit the floor. And just like that, Nittany Lions back within 1 here in set 4.
Coach Davis thinking about a timeout, thinking about it.
I think that message we saw might have just been, if we lose this point, we're taking 1. But they're not losing this point because it's another service error. Speaking of which, that stat has narrowed. It's only 4 more by Penn State than Loyola tonight.
I think only their second serving error of this set.
Parker Van Buren to serve. Nice reception there by Coons. Not so nice on the attack as that goes flying into the Loyola bench.
And a few more errors here from Penn State. And again, to see 2 teams at this level playing this early is great. What you don't see is really lopsided volleyball so far. The first set had a little bit of runaway for Loyola, but outside of that, both teams have competed really well.
Penn State hitting an even 0 so far in set 4, as that serve does not get any help from the net and goes wide off the hand of Van Buren. Miller Truby played the entire match tonight. The Loyola transfer to Penn State. Reed, McElligott, back 4, Reed! And the bench erupts. That might be the loudest we've seen Loyola's bench get tonight.
Give a partial assist to Brad Bell, allowing the one on nobody on the outside.
Now Reed to serve. Ramblers by 3. Coons. Schwob, back row, it's a kill. And his first of his college career for Sean Harvey. Sure, he's got some friends and family in the crowd tonight and watching at home.
For sure. Coach Pavlik talked about Harvey. Again, talking to the depth of the Nittany Lions. Thought he does a really nice job waiting for his opportunity.
A serve now for Coons. Still by far the outstanding attacker this evening. That is wide. Or is it? Overruled the line judge. And once again, Shane Davis stares down the court. He's not going to use a challenge here. Only a 1-point set once again.
All right, we saw in the last set where Jackson Reed came in for Jake Reed. I'm sure that might be a situation again for the Ramblers.
Maybe debating a defensive sub. For now, Fabakovic sees that come right back. Free ball. Sawa, McElligott, back set. Van Buren stretching, as was Mark at the net. Came right back. Whistle. Point Ramblers.
And you see McElligott trying to work on the ability to hold the block.
And it's a serving sub as Jackson Reed replaces Brad Bell. Reed has one job here, just keep the ball in play as we take another look at the end of that last point. And Fabakovic and Schwob going up against one another at the net.
Good battle.
It's been a good battle all night here inside Gentile Arena. Jackson Reed serving. Wide. Close, but not quite. Bell subs back in. Owen Rose will serve.
Rose's serve's been solid tonight. And we've seen more offense from the Ramblers on the pin in this fourth set.
That serve is long. Might have to do some quick back of my notes math to calculate what percentage of points tonight have been missed serves. It's a lot.
It's a lot. And again, it's a January match, so you're going to see that right now. Both teams work on the rhythm, understand what their limits are for their serving.
Schwob, back row attack. Coons denied. Dean Meyer flanked by Van Buren and Fabakovic. What a block. Let's take another look. Just a wall of white jerseys at the net. Ramblers by 3. McElligott serving. Coons. Schwob went for way too much, and is he all right? He just took a really, really hard fall to the floor, did Schwob. And Miller Truby rushed to get him up, and coach is coming over and saying, let's make sure he's all right first.
They'll check on him and probably call a timeout.
It is going to be a timeout as we're leaning way back there with Schwob. He says, we don't need a timeout, I'm good to go. Bench getting into it here. Reason to be excited here for Loyola right now. Notable, actually, that's Jack Jeddick, who is the reigning men's college club volleyball player of the year. Spent 2 years on Loyola's club team and got a call up to the varsity squad. That is Sean Harvey putting that away.
One of those unlucky plays for the Ramblers. Keeps Penn State in it.
(17 serving 20). Michael Schwob at the service line for Penn State. Fabakovic McElligott, and point Penn State.
Might see a timeout here from Coach Davis.
And we will. First timeout of set 4 by Loyola. They still lead by 2, 20-18. Looking for win number 1 and match number 1 of the season. As
there's trades everywhere here in the Chicago area, you know.
It's a pretty tight-knit coaching community, collegiate college volleyball.
Very fortunate.
Fabakovic, McElligott, give and go. Long, was there a touch? Ramblers say no, and now, after a bunch of decisions to not challenge throughout this set, Shane Davis is going to bring out the green card for this one.
Going to give it a try and see what happens here.
If nothing else, this is basically a manufactured timeout.
Feel like there might have been a touch there. Was that Harvey on the block on that backside?
Yeah, we'll have to take another look. On the far side of the net from us, not the clearest view.
So Walcott gets tossed back behind. And it's pretty hard to see from there.
Yeah, maybe if we can get that behind view that we've had a few times tonight, that might be a better look. See what this camera's got for us.
There's a chance.
Maybe? I can't say that I see anything definitive there,
right,
one way or the other.
And that's why the officials' cameras are that much better and stationed and better spots for plays like that.
Certainly the longest review we've had so far tonight. The other ones have all been pretty clear cut.
And for either way, for both sides right now, it's a good opportunity for teams to, again, get themselves reset. It's the first match of the year with a lot of new players without a lot of volleyball experience. We talked about Coons, you know, coming out and having just a great match, getting some good run. Brad Bell for the Ramblers. Really good opportunity for both teams to get good experience here in this first match.
Still the review goes on. It's really, really tough to tell.
And you might get to a spot where if Paderborn can't find something definitive, then it might just stay.
It might just stand. The call stands. Yep. That is the call, that feels right. There was no conclusive evidence either way.
So now the Ramblers have to do a good job of being able to kind of throw that play away, move on to the next play. Again, good situation where you've got Van Buren on the left side. Dee Myers done a really good job offensively throughout the entire match.
This is not over yet. Another serve here for Michael Schwob. Sawa, McElligott, far side, Fabakovic.
Much better rhythm that time for the Ramblers. See now Robbins coming in.
Bryce Robbins making his season debut. First time we've seen him in this match. He goes into the front row here. Robbins, the redshirt sophomore from Phoenix.
Pretty athletic, pretty physical.
Only 6'3" though. Merck, Schwob. And he was involved there, but it's out of play. No, it is going to be a point for the Ramblers. We have some disagreement here about where that ball came down, and a review is coming imminently. I think the other question, though, Ray, is did this ball hit a Nittany Lion on its way to the floor? Coach Pavlik wants a specific explanation so he knows what exactly is challengeable here.
They called the ball in, so it wasn't touched off. So Coach Pavlik will challenge the ball being in or out.
And in volleyball, all that matters is the point of contact on the floor between the ball and the hardwood. So there's the block. That all seems good.
Could be a pretty good angle here to see where the ball lands. Ooh,
not quite. You can see both teams immediately think it's their point.
But it looked like from our vantage when we watched it earlier that ball was out of bounds.
That ball is...
looks like it's out of bounds.
Well out, I think you would say.
Enough out.
Yeah, this should be another pretty quick review, I would think. Unless, is there a question here of does this hit the foot of Harvey on its way down? Because that ball hits out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like it's out.
The question, so now the question is, watch the right toe, essentially, of Harvey, 12 in blue, or his right hand. Does the ball hit either of those? And there's a bit of a change in spin there. Does that hit his foot? I think that is the operative question now. Does it hit his foot right there?
Yeah, I still feel like it stays a little clear of the foot.
The call on the court is this is Loyola's point.
Yeah,
the play is going to be reversed. This ball is out, and we are tied at 20 here in set number 4. No, pardon me. 21-20 Loyola. Forgot about that Fabakovic swing in the middle there.
So we'll see. I can't remember if this is Harvey's first serve, but another opportunity for Penn State to tie it up.
Harvey serve. Far side, Parker Van Buren off the block. Truby got it right back, free ball. McElligott quickly for the kill. Dean Meyer. Dean Meyer picks up kill number 9 on 12 attacks tonight.
Middles continue to do a really nice job offensively for Loyola.
Deem now to serve. 3 points from the match. Coons. Schwob back for Coons. Had to reach for it. Off the net and over. And a collision there. Right at the net. That's a point for the Ramblers. And Penn State just tying themselves in knots at the worst possible time.
I'll tell you, great job by D. Meyer laying out for the ball on the tip over to keep the rally going for the Ramblers.
23-20. Another serve for Meyer. Coons, Schwob, Truby off the block for the kill.
That's a big swing from Truby.
His 9th kill tonight.
Truby's been involved a lot tonight. Might not have the numbers, but for sure has gotten the reps, the situations to learn from.
Gage Gabriel to serve and to avert match point. Fabakovic, McElligott, quickly for Bell.
It's a big play for McElligott to set Bell in that situation. Everybody felt like Van Buren would be the person.
7 kills tonight for Bell. And speaking of Parker Van Buren, here comes a real big swing. Match point for Loyola. Parker Van Buren. Off the scoreboard, Schwob keeps it alive. Coons is blocked. Nice dig. Here's Truby, he's blocked, and the Ramblers win. Back-to-back points to close it out for Brad Bell in his first start in this first match of the season. The Ramblers begin the year 1-0. They win it 25-17, 22-25, 25-20, 25-21. And Ray Gooden, what a night, a great night of volleyball here to start off the season, and the Ramblers will sleep a bit happier of the two teams.
Yeah, fun match for both teams. Excited to see how they both play throughout the year. It's great to watch them here in this first match in Gentile Arena.
Again, you can catch us right back here tomorrow, same time, same place in all respects, when the Ramblers host the Saints of Maryville. But for now, for our entire crew here at Loyola inside Gentile Arena, for my broadcast partner,